Okay, good evening. It is Monday, May 2nd, and I just wanted to do a follow-up video on some of the things I was touching on some of these military bases that are coming to light, about some of these crimes going on at military bases. Well, water contamination issues. So I touched on all the soldiers being murdered at Fort Bliss and Fort Hood, and also at the Arizona National Guard. But there's also other things going on. There's water contamination issues. So this is an article from. So I met a lady in Minnesota whose husband died. Not right away, but later, from water contamination issues at Fort Camp Lejeune. So this happened. There was a water contamination issue between 1953 and 1987 there. Anybody who cooked in, bathed in, and drank in the contaminated water were in danger. So they found in 1982, they finally did some kind of study, and they found volatile organic compounds, water sourced by 2 of 8 treatment plants at Camp Lejeune between 1953 and 1987. Traces of PCE, TCE, benzene, and vinyl chloride were found in the drinking water. Okay, so right at the base here, where you would assume, where you would think that your government has your best interest. Maybe it's the opposite. It has been under certain presidents. So this federal government found that they were exceeding the current EPA maximum contamination levels by hundreds of times. Okay, so these kind of things can cause kidney cancer, non-Hodgkin lymphoma, multiple myeloma, leukemia, liver cancer, bladder cancer, Parkinson's, kidney disease, systemic sclerosis, and cardiac defects. So, yep. So, Hand Knot Point was the treatment plant that was near there. It had multiple sources of contamination streaming from leaks in underground storage tanks, industrial area spills, and waste disposal sites. Tarawa treatment plant began operation in 1952 and supplied water to Tarawa Terrace Family Housing and Knox Trailer Park. The source of contamination was identified as an off-base dry cleaning company, ABC 1 Hour Cleaners. Okay, so that's really interesting to me because I was on the Stu Webb show and we were talking about how Cindy McCain owns a lot of dry cleaning companies. And she owns dry cleaning companies in Afghanistan and other places. It makes me wonder about the McCains here. So apparently the most contaminated wells were shut down in February of 1985, but there's still issues that remained. Like there was a lot of people that still ended up with cancer, just because it went on for years before they found it. That's the problem. So apparently now Camp Pendleton is also under investigation for water contamination issues. Camp Pendleton Marine Corps base covers 125,000 acres in San Diego, California. Provides housing, training, logistic, and administrative support for fleet marine units. Past disposal practices have contaminated the groundwater and soil there. Okay, so there's an investigation going on there as well. Okay, so then I've been mentioning different things about the CIA involvement in the deaths of soldiers and the CIA being super corrupt and different things like that. So I don't know if you've ever watched Michael Jaco, but I mean, he even admits that the CIA is super corrupt. I mean, he it was at one point supposed to be Central Intelligence, supposed to be for the safety for keeping us safe in this country, but now I'm pretty much, the whole agency is completely corrupt. I mean, he even says so. And also there's mind control programs going on with the CIA. So, and the CIA is going to be completely defunded because they're no longer involved in any kind of legitimate, any kind of legitimate research or intelligence of any kind. So that's pretty much what's going on in the CIA. And that's why they are going to be defunded completely. Because why do we need a CIA, an FBI, an NSA? I mean, all of them. I mean, the CIA has been being corrupted since the 1940s. So, I mean, it's completely 100% corrupted now. So, I have been noticing, I have been talking about how I believe that some of the, in prior videos, I've been on different shows and everything, and I've talked about how some of the officers that I worked with at the Arizona National Guard, I don't even believe they were Army. I believe they were CIA, because they did not have the same protocol as like an Army officer would. They had all these like secret agendas, these secret gaslighting techniques they would use on me. And gaslighting techniques are what the CIA uses. Okay, I've learned this over the years. They were using different tactics on me to try to discredit me, or other soldiers that they were, so that is that gaslighting techniques are what the CIA uses. So that's why I believe that these officers and soldiers and sergeants that I worked with, I don't believe that they were Army. I believe they were like CIA operatives that were just infiltrated into the Army. So I think that we have an issue with that all over the military bases and all over the country, and just in general. We have an infiltration of CIA. So the CIA has been completely corrupted since the 40s. You have to understand they're part of everything bad. They're no longer they were never a part of like trying to keep America safe. I mean, they've been infiltrated by Nazis, and they've been infiltrated by the deep state. So the deep state has completely infiltrated the CIA. They've infiltrated certain parts of the FBI and the Army and the police, everything. Okay, so I've been talking about this. There's the real government and the shadow government, the real government and the deep state government. Okay, so the CIA is one of those agencies that has been completely corrupted by the deep state. Okay, so I'm trying to clarify this, and I personally believe that what's going on in Minneapolis with certain things involves the CIA. Okay, like for instance, the carjackings in Minneapolis has gone up 38% since 2021. Okay, so we have more than 440 carjackings in Minneapolis have been reported in 2021. A 38% increase compared to last year. Okay, so we got so in Minneapolis, a lot of people go outside and they start their car before they go to work, and they just leave it running, and then they walk outside and their car is stolen. Okay, so, and what they're doing is sometimes they're targeting like older cars because they have the catalytic converters, and then they make a lot of money on the apparently make a lot of money on the metal inside the catalytic converters. So apparently that's one thing that's going on, and so they're stealing massive amounts of vehicles, and you could just be at like a gas station and run in for a second, and your car be it seems like an organized operation. This is what people are noticing. Like there's an app called Nextdoor app. And people are saying things like, it seems like an organized operation. I personally think that the CIA is involved in these type of things as well. I don't have evidence of this, but I know firsthand that they have been after me. They've been after other soldiers They've been involved in the deaths of many soldiers, and they are completely corrupt to the core. And it would not surprise me at all, if they were involved in these criminal activities as well. These because they're going to be completely defunded soon. So maybe it's like a last ditch effort that they're trying to make money this way, because they are just so incredibly corrupted, and they have these like spy tactics that they can use to spy on people. And it wouldn't surprise me at all that the CIA would be involved in these vehicle carjackings. And then we have also tons of stolen packages. Twin Cities is among the top spots for stolen package inquiries. Okay, so delivering packages are completely going missing. So I don't, if you have footage of somebody that is coming onto your property, take pictures, take whatever footage you can. I mean, there's tons of these type of things going on in the Twin Cities areas here as well. The St. Paul Police Department says package theft is a difficult crime to deal with because it's a tough crime for investigators to follow up on and actually hold people accountable. There were apparently 157 reported since October in St. Paul. This is up from 128 the same year. Okay, so it's been getting worse every year. And there's also calls from delivery drivers that say, I've got somebody following me. So even the delivery drivers are afraid because they have people following them. Okay, who are these people following the delivery drivers? Maybe they're CIA operatives. Okay, that is what I personally believe, because I am very familiar now, all these years, with how corrupt the CIA is and how they corrupted the military bases. They have been involved in soldiers' deaths. They are an agency that needs to be completely defunded. They are totally corrupted to the core of their being, and they're totally evil. Okay, so I just wanted to bring attention to this. This is just, I mean, who do you think would be following these delivery drivers? Unless it was like, somebody with technology and wanting to, and having some kind of agenda. Okay, that's the CIA. I'm serious. This is just, I just want to do this video tonight because this just emphasizes my my concern for how corrupt the CIA is and how scary they were. They were infiltrating all the military bases. They are a part of the killing of soldiers. Then they don't even stop there. They have continued coming after me for years, and other soldiers. I mean, they're tapping my phone, they're tapping my emails. I mean, this is the CIA. We have now discovered that it's all the CIA. It's the deep state CIA. Okay, so this is why there needs to be an awareness of how corrupt the CIA is, and they were also involved in illegal spying of the Trump campaign and also soldiers, where they felt like we knew too much. Okay, they were involved in illegal spying, things like that. Okay, so I just wanted to bring attention to, once again, to the CIA, and also all of these crimes going on at military bases. It's not only deaths of soldiers, but it's water contamination and different things like that. And these things need to be talked about and addressed properly. But, under this Biden administration, nothing is going to be talked about properly. But I'm talking about it as a military person that's concerned about my other military personnel in the country. So I'm just doing these videos just to bring awareness. Okay, thank you.